All right, this is your market recap for July 8th, 2025. Today we had a very inside day. No high, no low taken of the previous day. And that was kind of seen throughout the entire day. No huge expansions or really any expansions of any kind. Just a bunch of consolidation and seeking just highs and lows of the day. Kind of really summed up in the hourly time frame here. We see pre-market, 2 consolidated candles for 7 and 8. 9, we had an expansive candle downwards, which filled me with hope for the day. Because the way that I see this, we have accumulation here, and then this was manipulation. Closed nicely within this 1 hour for value gap. And my bias today was bullish, given the accumulation, manipulation, and then I was looking for distribution upwards. We obviously did not get that. Look at just the size of these wicks here. It just tells you all you really need to know about price action today. If we go down to the 15-minute, the levels that I had marked out today were these relative equal highs, this high, which was relatively equal with this one, and then obviously Monday's high, and then the weekly high, and this high also being London's high. So those are my targets for the day. Obviously, only one that got hit was these relative equal highs. Market opened, and then we dove down into this 1 hour fair value gap, taking out this low right here. That was previously used to react off of this 15-minute fair value gap. We then expanded upwards, closed within this 15-minute fair value gap, and then came all the way back down, took out this low barely, and then we kind of went up, took out these relative equal highs, and then we were working our way back down. Lack of direction, lack of really anything that is useful in building a solid bias for the day. Not even for the day, just for the next hour. Again, expansion downwards, consolidated upwards. This is, so what I was looking for, which is the trade that I took, I saw these lows right here are relatively equal. So what I was hoping was for a dive below these two, a dive below these two lows, counting as the manipulation, and then we'd expand upwards above these highs. So I entered somewhere within this mess, which you'll see on the 1 minute, and obviously got stopped out. 5 minute here reacted and pushes us downwards. Big SMT there as well, because ES was all the way up here taking out these highs. We ended up coming all the way down here. There's nothing really even on the 5 minute, no fair value gap, and we have this little bit of this fair value gap that's untouched. But other than that, not really a whole bunch to look at. Well, we have this 5 minute right here is an inverse validated here. Never uses an inverse. So if we expand that all the way down, we get it, but it doesn't react off cleanly because it has 1, 2, and then a third here before chopping upwards. I mean, if you look at it, we have a bearish AM session, right? If we open here and we end, let's say there, we're negative. And so what lunch does is lunch takes out the high of AM session, which usually means we'd then be playing bullish for PM session. But why would you think that? That's stupid, because we rallied up here, took out these highs, and then reacted off this 5 minute fair value gap. Nice closures on the constant encroachment, I'll give it that. And then we came all the way down to these lows, and then from those lows, we just reacted off of it and went back into the middle of the range. Very range-bound day, and this is going to be over very quickly because there's really not much to talk about. So again, relative equal highs. I mean, just look at this. This gives me no direction. Having a higher time frame bullish bias, given that we played bearish yesterday, I was expecting, like I mentioned before, come take out these lows. Boom, SMT here, expansion, so I entered there. I don't know why my trades aren't showing up, because it's the end of the trading day. Yeah, so I entered there, and obviously I got stopped out here, but I moved my stop up to these lows. It was initially down here, but due to ES at, geez, I don't even know. I think at 50 we were already all the way up there. ES was soaring, and NQ was obviously not. So this SMT here during the macro pushed us down. I was looking for us to obviously play bullish, but that didn't end up happening. Came lower to this 1 hour, kind of dragged our nuts a little lower. Again, I don't see a reason for us to come all the way down here. This is all balanced. Yeah, I mean, down, up, it's straight. This is balanced. So that it did give us trouble. Maybe that's why, but I think the big leading factor is no news yesterday, no news today. We have no fuel in the car, and the car is most definitely not going. Lunch rally took out these relative eco highs over here, like I mentioned. We then went into PM session with an SMT of these highs, which would have been a great trade, actually, if you look. SMT here at the highs during the macro starts the bearish move. It's great until you look at this price action and you see these wicks, and I'm just not trading that. We get a nice expansion. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Oh, great. Where am I? Technical difficulties. I clicked the wrong button. So here we have a change in the state of delivery to the downside right there. So you could use this as an entry here, but if you enter there, stop would have to go allow for this fair value gap. So I'd go constant encroachment there. If you target these lows, it's a 1 to 4. It's actually pretty doable. But again, no bias. I mean, we could be playing bullish for all I know and using this to react. But, you know, there's just a whole lot of uncertainty given that we have no bias. Now, your bias could be we're just going to chop, which in that case would be right. But I just don't feel comfortable doing that because at any moment this could just break free. Yeah, so that would have been the best trade. Am I going to call it trade of the day? No, because I personally would not have taken it. Given this price action would 100% turn me off of it. Even if we expand down here, I don't care. That's why I entered here, is because I saw kind of messy price action, and then we expanded upwards, got a nice change in the state of delivery on the 15-second, and you see how far that got me. So could have entered here. Just I honestly looked at price action and what it had done since AM session, so we were about here at the time, and this is just not the price action I want to trade. No direction, and just no, well, really that's it, no direction. There's no direction, so my bias is no bias. Came down, took out this low, another SMT there, forces us back into the middle of this range. Really messy day. And to look at the higher time frame, go to the 4 hour. We're respecting something. I'll give it that. Where do we even open? We opened here. A little bit of high side or buy side, a lot of sell side. We're in the range now. FOMC tomorrow at 2. Tomorrow's AM session's probably going to be similar to today's and yesterday's. But I will be looking for it, even though, because I do believe that it may result in some decent setups. Well, actually, here's the thing. I'm not trading the day before FOMC. I'll look at it, you know, test what I see and whatnot, but I'm not pulling the trigger because FOMC speaks later. Man, market's ripping right now. Yeah, I mean, just intuition's telling me we're going to go up, but I'm not going to take anything tomorrow morning because we have FOMC at 2. And so I might find something at the last hour of trading, you know, from 3 to 4, but definitely not trading before that. So, yeah, this has been your market recap for July 8th, 2025.